right, we're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us. At this time, we're going to open the meeting with an invocation and followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. The invocation by Commissioner Gail Niger.
Dear God, we thank you on behalf of those gathered here for your many blessings. Thank you for the ability to be involved in useful work and for the wisdom to properly address the issues affecting our city. We pray for the welfare of our people and the safety of our first responders. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, and Carly, if you can call the roll, please.
Meyer,
Here.
McAleese,
Here.
Thompson, here, Reed,
Here.
Henry.
Here. All right, we're going to start off with reports, and the first report we're going to go with is finance with Commissioner Gail Niger once again.
Okay. City staff and CBIZ auditors are working to finalize the fiscal year 2025 audit. The auditors are expected to present to the commission at a workshop in August. Information gathering in fiscal year 2027 budget development remains ongoing. Due to the tight turnaround required for the immediate prior month financials to be presented at the monthly commission meetings, the finance department will now report financial data 1 month behind to ensure that all activity is posted to the accounting records before reporting results to the commission. For this month, the revised financials for April are being reported. Through April 2026, the general fund has received about 73% of the total budgeted revenues, and expenses are generally on target. All funds are operating at a surplus. General fund surplus is $2,092,000. Capital Improvement Fund is surplus of $404.7 Sewer Fund $151.8 and Reclaimed Water Fund $81.86. And I would like to also add to the financial report, in addition to the numbers in our finance report, I want to give a shout out to Heather, our finance director. Our FEMA representative called today regarding Heather's work on the city's major disaster projects from the 2024 hurricanes. Even though she was not working here at the time, she had to take over in the middle of these projects and find the necessary documentation required by FEMA so we could be compensated. In particular, her efforts to get reimbursed for the comfort stations that were installed at City Hall for the residents to have showers, laundry services, and bathrooms are now moving forward. The quotation we received stated, Heather's efforts to investigate and coordinate 3 FEMA projects for the city were professional, organized, responsive, and efficient. Thanks, Heather, for your tireless work with FEMA to advance these obligations.
Yeah. Because FEMA ain't easy. All right, we're going to, you're all done then, Gail?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. We're going to move on now to reports from Community Improvement and Commissioner Mark McAleese.
Thank you, Mayor. In May 2026, we received 124 permit applications compared to May 2025, when we received 162. We issued 89 permits in May of 26 compared to 93 permits in May of 2025. In May of 2026, we did 310 inspections compared to May 25 when we did 429 inspections. Anyone interested in signing the pledge to evacuate can do so at the Community Improvement Department office at 6940 Hibiscus Avenue South. The new city planner, Craig Southern, began working with us at the end of May. He is currently working with Forward Pinellas on the corridor plan, as well as looking into updating our ordinances. Faith Beckett received her certification as a certified business tax official. Awesome. We began creating invoices for the business tax receipt renewals. And then, as a reminder, all work to repair structure to its pre-damage condition requires a permit, substantial damage packet, must be filled out completely for the work needed to bring the structure back to its pre-damage condition and submitted with the permit application. And that is our report, Mayor.
All right, thank you. Next will be Public Safety with Commissioner Linda Thompson.
Thank you. Fireworks safety during the summer celebrations. As we approach Independence Day and a summer filled with celebrations, the South Pasadena Fire Department would like to remind residents to make safety a priority when using fireworks. This year is especially significant as our nation celebrates its 250th anniversary and communities across the country gather for patriotic events and festivities. While attending professionally conducted fireworks display is always the safest option, we recognize that many residents may choose to use consumer fireworks where permitted by law. Fireworks can cause serious injuries and fires if not used properly. Residents should always follow manufacturer instructions, use fireworks outdoors in a clear area away from buildings and combustible materials, and keep a water source such as a garden hose or a bucket of water readily available. Parents are reminded that sparklers are not toys. Sparklers can burn at temperatures exceeding 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit and are capable of causing severe burns. Young children should never be permitted to handle or ignite fireworks, and adult supervision is essential at all times. And that is my report.
Thank you. And Public Works with Vice Mayor Tom Reed.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening all. To the residents of Pasadena Island, the Huffman Way area, there will be a contractor coming soon to those areas to install fiber optic cable for T-Mobile. This will be for cable TV, telephone, and internet. Shore Drive South paving project is complete, and a finished product came out great. Also, Oleander Way South pipe cleaning and televising, that's going in and checking the pipes out of the TV camera, will be completed this Friday. There was minimal silt in the pipe so far that would, minimal silt in the pipe so far that would impede the flow. Remember, when mowing your yard, that is illegal to blow the clippings into the road or down a storm drain. Also, the fertilizer ban is in effect from June 1 to September 30th. You can go to pinellas.gov/fertilizer for more information. Help keep our waters clean. Reclaimed water has liquid nutrients. Overwatering causes leaching of the nutrients. Conserve water, skip the fertilizer, and let's remember too that we are under a, I think it's a level 3 drought water restriction, so let's consult. If you have any questions on that, you can go to the mysouthpasadena.com for the actual restrictions as it pertains to your address. And that concludes my report. Thank you, Mayor.
All right, thank you. And I'll go with administration report. Again, I want to thank everybody who contributed to this year's Cereal for Summer program. The city partnered with Channel 10 and Feeding Tampa Bay, again, to help collect donations for families in need. Local collections this year so far surpassed previous years, and Feeding Tampa Bay was very grateful when the donations were dropped off. I personally saw our city rally around this cause with collections to our communities who, like Bay Island condominiums, who organized cereal collections and brought in over 100 boxes. So I want to thank the Bay Island people. And as always, thank you to Local 747 Firefighters Union, who made another large cereal donation again this year. And I'm just so proud of our community. I just can't, everybody just so jumped in on this year. It was like after all the other years we've done it, this year was just like one of the #1 things that they wanted to do to help out. So that was just great. And of course, them firefighters, they made sure that all cereal had plenty of sugar in it to keep your kids away, because they said the kids hate the wheat cereal and they don't want to be yelled at by the kids. So there you go. Yeah. At the recent 32nd Future of the Regions Awards hosted by the Tampa Bay Regional Planning Council, the city of South Pasadena received the Community Preparedness and Resiliency Award for Fire Station 20. The TBRPC recognized the city for investing in the construction of a storm-ready facility to help promote the future of our region. The city staff, city commission and staff started the annual budget process at the beginning of the month. Additional workshops are being held throughout June to review the proposed budget for fiscal year 2026. Be sure to check the city website for information about the budget schedule and hearings, or contact the city clerk's office at 727-347-4171. And lastly, city offices will be closed on Friday, June 19th, in observance of Juneteenth. And that's all that I have. Moving on, at this time, we're going to open up the People's Forum. And this is the portion of the meeting when the public can speak on anything that is not on the agenda. So is there anyone in the attendance that wishes to speak at the People's Forum? Got to be recorded.
I had one question, but in listening to the commissioners, I came up with another two. I will work to be very brief and to the point.
If you can, you'll have 3 minutes if you can start your comments with your name and address.
Glenn Aubrey, Shore Towers. Good? Okay. Mark, when you said the corridor, was that for an egress in case of a storm?
No, corridors, we're looking to upgrade the Pasadena Road. I believe that's what the corridor work is, right? Yeah, so it's not, it's an upgrade, okay, to make it look nicer. And we started that process, I don't know, a year or so ago. And now we have somebody in our group that's working on it, basically full-time.
Cosmetics?
I think cosmetics and safety, anything that we can do it, but we are still in the planning stage. I don't want to take up all your time.
Tom, you said pipes. Which pipes are being inspected and or cleaned? Is it just Huffman Way? Are these sewer pipes? Water pipes?
They're stormwater pipes. Stormwater pipes.
Oh, okay.
We check them all throughout the city every year, just, this happens to be the only intersection's turn.
And so far,
So far, so good.
yay.
Free to crawl down there all you want, Glenn.
Everything.
What was that?
Everything's moving.
That only happens in New York.
Okay, I want to reclaim my time. Anyways, is there possibly an update on how the new city hall is going to be funded? Have we got a report back from the state, how much they're going to contribute, or so forth and so on? I was just wondering.
Well, at this time, it's all waiting to see how it's going to turn out. But it looks like they are, this year, going to probably give us around $500,000, which is way below what we asked.
Towards the $15 million?
Correct. But we can go back next year, they said, and ask, because as you know, the legislature decided to cut everything this year, and they sliced their budget down, and where they sliced it at was helping out cities. So they took out all the money that they had planned to give the cities to help them do things and fix things, and decided, well, we'll just cut all that, and we'll take care of everything the state needs.
If you only get $500K, how do you get the 14?
Same way we built the fire station, we would get a loan. We get a loan that's set up, and we can get that loan ahead of time, start collecting interest on that money while it sits there, while we're still trying to get the building decided how it's going to be built, that sort of thing.
Just quick follow-up. Are there going to be meetings for the public, announcements for the public that you're going to present the plans, the architecture, I believe has already been working on?
Hasn't been discussed yet, we haven't got that far, but I'm sure we'll be doing some type of town hall, yeah.
I think there's probably at least a couple will be totally awesome.
Yeah.
I will talk it up to people that get here.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We did that for the fire station.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah, we're just not there yet, but yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
In the next 6 months,
so,
or meetings?
You'll know when we.
less than 6 years. Which took the fire station 7, I think. But I'm hoping that we can get something at least started within the next 12 to 24 months, so.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Wow, you're good, Glenn.
You're the man. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay.
You start with your name and address.
Okay, sure. I'm Carl Burge, a 6-year resident of South Pasadena. I live in Shore Towers. And my question is regards to the homestead that's going on. It was approved by the state senate and wanted to know how that's going to affect our city. And then are you going to have any forums where you educate the residents what impact that will have and maybe try to influence our vote?
Well, I know that I have been looking at some, at all the different things that are coming out, the for, the against. And I have looked at some of the charts people have come up with, some of the AI-generated things to show people what's going to be happening, that A lot of it's, you can tell it's been AI because it's just not correct. But yes, we'll probably come up with something to put it out there. I do know right now by going to the property appraiser's website, they have a link for us that we can go in and see what it will do to us. Right now, we're looking at by year 2028, we will be about 1.19 million short of what we need to run the city. And right now, we get about $4.7 million in ad valorem tax to come in to run the city. It costs $10 million to run the city a year. So that's about 50% almost of what it costs to run this city. The fire station itself is probably pretty close to $3 million. You're looking at, we just got our quote from the sheriff's office. They want 1.25 next year. So we're looking at a lot of money to try to come back up with. And being we don't have a lot. I mean, it's not like we can charge fees for parks because we'd have to hire somebody to stand there to collect fees. So that would negate any fee you'd ever get. I guess we got these parking spaces out here we could put some meters up at, but that's only about 12 of them, maybe 15 or 20, I don't know, but that's not going to be money either. So I just don't know. We're just going to have to play it by ear to see if it passes, and it could. But I mean, I know there's a lot of locals that are renters, and they're not too much for this because it's hurting them more than it's going to help them because it's going to probably raise rents because we got to raise ad valorem on taxes for people that aren't part of this process, then they're gonna flow it right back down to the people that gotta pay it.
So what you're saying is renters are gonna be able to vote for or against it?
If they're a resident of the state of Florida,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, any resident can vote. Yeah,
Permanent resident too.
yeah, and businesses and, yeah, as long as you're a resident of the state of Florida, you can vote in the vote for this program, the property tax.
Whether you live here 2 months or the whole year, it doesn't matter.
Well, if you're a resident, you gotta be a legal resident. I think you gotta live here 6 months and a day, if I remember right, to become a resident. And then once you're a resident, then you can apply for homestead exemption. Or if you're a renter, you're still a resident. You just rent your home instead of buying it. So, and then also you got business owners. They're not gonna like things getting passed down to them. So they'll get the vote, they're residents, so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. And I know that there is some talk about some of the wording that's in it is not proper, and so who knows if it's even gonna make it. We'll have to wait and see how it goes.
I took him into the Carl Stein.
No, that's a good explanation. I did
Yeah.
not realize renters and, obviously business owners would
Right.
that, but I didn't know what that impact was.
Yeah,
Can I ask one more quick question to piggyback off of Glenn? You talked.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
You talked about the city hall and stuff. Will the residents of South Pasadena get any votes on what to influence any decision-making, or is it?
It won't be a vote, but it might be where we'll ask what they think what they would like or what they need. I mean, because when you build something like that, we always had the recreation area downstairs that people use for weddings and events and parties. And that was quite well used, so we know that's something that people want, but was there something else? Do they want like more exercise classes than we used to provide? They want more educational classes maybe that could be held there in the new area. So those kind of questions we would probably go out and see, what would you like to, if you had to have something, but if the property tax thing goes through, who knows, we might just have a city hall that's a city hall and nothing else, so I don't know. Let's see, but I think, Tom, did you have something you wanted
Yeah, I
to?
just want to get back to the property tax proposal that has been passed but not yet made it to the ballot. I was at a Florida League of Cities, I mentioned this today, board of directors meeting this past weekend. There's going to be a legal challenge to the wording of this. Whether it holds water, that's up to the courts. But there's some significant questions on how the wording is on the current structure. So we really don't know. All I would urge people is to not make your decision or get behind people on Facebook and Twitter. To do your own research. I've got the entire proposal right here. You can download it off the Florida House of Representatives website. I encourage everybody to read it, educate yourselves on what's in it, and then engage in discussion. And again, like I said, the Florida League of Cities is going to be joining in whatever litigation they feel is possible or responsible to join with regards to this. So there's a lot left to be determined.
Yeah.
And we're up against the time clock for the ballot language has to be completed to even make it onto the ballot in time.
By the middle of September, right?
Yeah, so it's not, the cake isn't baked yet,
Okay.
so,
Good information. Thank you so much.
All right.
thank you.
Ask one more real quick question.
Your time is up.
Yeah, make it quick, please.
Is FEMA going to?
Gotta come up here.
Yeah, please come up, so, because we have to make sure everything is recorded.
Not as nimble as I used to be for 96, I'm doing good.
Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, this is Glenn Aubrey, again, Shore Towers. Is FEMA going to contribute or kick in any money for the new city hall?
Probably know it's a,
Somehow they-
probably know it's a no,
So,
but the,
we're pursuing as many options through FEMA as we can.
Oh, cool.
It will depend on a couple of different things. It's a bit complicated to try to explain.
Sure.
We will have to, we'll have to work with them about the damage that was done to this building to show that we can justify that it needed building.
But they already know.
Right, but it's
Is it
the
a
value
50
of the damage that was done versus the value of the existing building. We're gonna try.
Okay.
But FEMA is not easy to work with.
Is it unusual for FEMA to kick in money on a situation like this for a new
Yeah.
building? Let's-
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
there's a process for it. It
Cool.
is just very hard to convince them that your project
deserves anything.
deserves it.
Well, they're the
So
ones that,
the avenue exists,
okay,
it is just hard.
okay. Well, we appreciate your effort.
Yeah, we're gonna try.
Really do.
Oh, yeah, we'll be looking at any kind of grants we can get,
Yeah.
anything, and be up there begging for money in the
Yep.
legislature, and what else we can do, and see if we can get going for us.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, anyone else this evening? Okay, seeing no one else, I'm going to close the People's Forum and go to the agenda comment section, and this is where we'll accept the portion of the meeting that the public can speak on anything that is on the agenda that is not a public hearing. So does anyone wish to speak on anything that is on the agenda tonight, which is the consent agenda at this point? Okay, seeing none, I'm going to go ahead and close the agenda comment. And like I said, we have no public hearing, no unfinished business, and the consent agenda. This is the approval of the commission meeting minutes for the month of May 2026, which are on file in the city clerk's office. And at this time, I will entertain a motion and a second to pass the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion on this? Everybody review these minutes and we're all good with them? All right. So we got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion passes. We have no new business and there's nothing further. Okay, we are going to adjourn. Everybody have a great night.
He's gonna take you home, right?
life. You are my inspiration.